Okay, let's continue with this tutorial. We are going to be creating a very simple monster this time. The AI is going to be very basic for this one. It's just going to walk backwards or forwards until it hits a wall, then turn around and go the other way. So with this, I've already created some sprites here. I've named them all appropriate: SPR bear up, SPR bear down, etc. All of these sprites are centered, and we're going to create that object. So the object is going to be called obj, maybe monster bear. We'll kind of go with a prefix of object, then another prefix, it's a monster, and then what type of monster it is, bear. It doesn't really matter which sprite it is. And in the create event, we're going to add in some basic initialize variables. We're going to need a move speed. Now we're going to make this move speed equal to a factor of 16. It's going to be quite a slow bear, so we're going to make it 2. We could make it 2, 4, or 1. 8's probably too fast. 6 is not a factor of 16, so it will get stuck and glitch out. So we're going to make it a factor of that. Move speed 2. We're going to say direction equals choose. And we're going to put in the different directions it can choose from. So 0, 90, 180, or 270. So that's up, down, or left, right. It's going to pick one of those. Pretty straightforward. Okay. We'll click the tick. And then we go to add event, step event. And we'll pop this in here. Now in the step event, we are going to do our collision in here. Movement. So we're going to say speed equals move speed. If v speed is greater than 0, image index, sprite index equals SPR bear down. Okay, so if it's greater than 0, that means it's going down. Now you'll notice here that I haven't used those squiggle brackets. It's because I'm going to be writing 4 lines that are very similar here. So this one's going to be less than 0, h speed, and one of them is going to be less than 0 here. Okay, so if the vertical speed is greater than 0, that means it's going down. If it's less than 0, it means it's going up. And like I said, you'll notice that I didn't put the squiggly brackets around this. If there is only one instruction, and there is, we're just assigning the sprite to the sprite index, that's the only instruction that follows the if statement, those things are not necessary, and it means you can make your code a lot more concise. However, if I wanted to do 2 things, like change the speed when it goes up or something, then I would need to put those squiggly brackets, because if I did this, sprite index equals that, and maybe image speed equals 0.5, so I change the image speed. What it's going to do is it's going to go, okay, if that is true, do this, and then it will just do this anyway. So it's always going to change the image speed to 0. But there's only one instruction here, so I can do that. Otherwise, I've got to kind of go 1, 2, tab, enter, etc. And it's a lot more lines of code, whereas that's still quite readable. Now, if it's going horizontal speeds greater than 0, it's going right. Otherwise, it's going left. And then we're going to do a check. If place meeting, obj, solid. I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it. We'll just go XY. Yep. So if place meeting, this means if it is touching another object, then what I'm going to do is reverse the speed. So speed equals negative speed. This hopefully should work. It may not. We'll see. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put that bear in the room, and we're also let's add some code here to the room. Settings, creation code. Oh no, that won't work. Let's just add it to the Ninja. Add event, key press, letters, R, go to control, no, it must be main 2, restart the game. This will just let us test different things in the game if we hit R a few times rather than having to close it down and reload it. So the bear is in the room. It does pick different directions, and it is kind of glitching out there when it gets to the end. The image speed is way too fast. So let's first of all slow that down. So image speed equals 0.2. And then let's just get rid of that for now. We can comment this out. So if we put / in front of these lines, or if we push a / star, and then at the end here, / star /, it's just going to comment that code out. It means we don't have to delete it. We can just leave it there, and we're going to try a different way. So if we go collision with the solid, let's see what happens if we reverse direction. Should be this here, reverse horizontal direction of self, reverse vertical direction of self. That should make it flip. We may need to make it bounce, so we'll have a look and see. Well, that's better. Okay, so that's what we want. Speed is pretty fast for this guy. Currently he moves at the same speed as our ninja, so we may go to here and change the move speed to 1. Remember, our sprites are very small and we've blown it up quite a bit, so it does look like it's moving faster, whereas in a larger game speed 4 would be pretty satisfactory. Okay, so we've got our angry, it's not really a bear, is it? It's more of an angry moose. But we've got this here, and if you remember, we can throw our ninja stars. Okay, so we've got a very basic animation going on there. Okay, it's pretty good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to just add a line of code here, move snap 16, 16. We're also going to put this on our ninja. So object player ninja, create, move snap 16, 16. Okay, that didn't seem to do anything. Nope, it didn't, because it's already snapped to that thing anyway. So we'll just delete that. We'll sort that out later in some bug hunting stuff. Where did I put that? On the ninja. Create. It's there. On the monster. Create. We'll get rid of that. Okay, so we've got our monster moving, and it looks like it's going pretty good. We're going to add an event, a collision with the ninja star. And when that happens, this monster is going to go into a different state. Now, what we need to do is we're going to import a sprite. I'm going to see if I can find a suitable sprite. So create sprite, edit sprite, create from strip. And in here, let's have a look. If we go to effects, there might be a suitable effect that we can have a look at. Some of these, let's just have a look. Oh, we've got the effects here of what they actually do. None of those look suitable. We'll go to background elements, no. Characters, nope. Monsters, there's nothing in there. We may have to go to FX and look for something that kind of looks like a little puff. There we go. This one, or maybe this one here. We'll have a look at this. So I'll just open this and have a look and see what it looks like. And I don't actually load it from there. I'm going to just go create from file and find that one. So that was FX, and I'll look at this one. There we go. I can see it now. That's not suitable. That one's probably all right. I kind of just want, I don't want any of the slashes because we can use those later for actual animations. There's a bunch of things here. That one looks pretty good. Oh, there, that's probably the best one. Either that or the flame. Now I'll use this one. Now I want to remove the background from it and click open. So that gives me that little puff animation there. I'm actually going to do something with this, which is going to be image colorize partial. I'm not sure I'll be able to do this. I'm going to select the white. It's not going to let me shift that hue. So I may need to image replace a color. There should be an option here to replace a color. Erase a color. Gradient fill, no. Doesn't look like there's an option. Colorize partial. Because this is black and white, colorize partial doesn't really do anything to it. It only changes that shadow a very tiny bit. The rest of it doesn't actually change, but I wanted to make it red. So what I may have to do is go into it, zoom in, get a light red for here, and a darker red for the shadow, and then do the same thing for here. So this is the darker red for that color shadow, and I'll get an even darker red for that color shadow, and the lighter red for that area in there. I'll go back and make that lighter red, and same deal in here, that one, and that one. So it's not too difficult to change sprites. That one's there, and then that one there. Oops, that was a bad move there. That should have been that one. I think I might have made that one too dark. And then this last one, put all these here. It would be good if I could have just changed the hue on it. There are different ways to do that. You could do it in Photoshop and get that color and put that in there. I probably could have just gone image colorize partial for these later ones. Select that darker one, just get that bit there. Okay, so that's, oh, I didn't do that last one. So if I show preview, I get a little red cloud now. I'll just edit this last one. And I guess I'll have to use that darker color for that bit. And click the tick. All right, there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, I'll center that sprite. SPR, explode, and click OK. We'll create an object for this here. Actually, no, we won't. We will do this. Add event, object ninja star. No, let's add another object. Create an object, call it obj explosion, and we'll set it to that sprite explode. We'll add an event, other. When the animation ends, we are going to go destroy this. So instance underscore destroy. So that'll happen when the animation ends. And when we get collided with a ninja star, what we're going to do, destroy and create explosion. So instance destroy this, and instance create at the same location, XY, obj explosion. Okay, so let's test this now. When our thing, oh, we'll also make sure we're going to here and say with other instance destroy, so that it also destroys the little shuriken that we've got. Should be able to run this program. We should be able to shoot a shuriken out and destroy that monster. Done. That animation is way too fast though on the explosion. So let's create and go image speed equals 0.2, 0.3. So it lasts about, I guess, about a third of a second. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that's pretty good. That looks good. And next video, we'll create another monster with slightly more advanced AI.